This is the Padua Podcast Network. But the fight is the thing. And like Sun Tzu said in The Art of War, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle. Running a Fever, episode 232, Preventing Dementia. Hello, Michael Davis. This is a podcast about fitness, diet, and medicine. And my goal here is in life is to live a long, happy, healthy, active life right up to the very end. And I want that for you. And that's why I come to you every week and try to share some information that I'm learning along my health journey in life. Welcome to the 9th in our 17-part series on dementia. About 50 million people suffer from dementia worldwide. It's a debilitating disease, but it may be preventable in some cases. So I've set out to learn as much as I can and bring you along with me. So by now, if you've been with me, you know what dementia is, and you know some of the different types. Today, we're going to talk about preventing dementia, which is the whole point, right? I mean, as you might expect, this is where my main interest lies in this series. I mean, you need to know something about the enemy before you set about fighting him. But the fight is the thing. And like Sun Tzu said in The Art of War, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to defeat dementia before we have to fight it. Everything I read, every book, every article, every blog post seems to start with, or at least contain, the word unfortunately. So I'm going to flip the polarity switch and start with fortunately. Fortunately, adopting a healthy lifestyle can help you reduce your risk of developing dementia. It can also reduce your chances of getting cardiovascular disease, which kills over 600,000 Americans every year, and stroke, which kills almost 150,000. These are both risk factors for Alzheimer's, which kills over 120,000, and VAD, or vascular dementia. So if these problems were birds and a healthy lifestyle was a stone, you could kill 3 birds with 1 stone. I think Sun Tzu would say that's pretty efficient. Now, I have a whole list of things you can do, and most of them come straight from a book I found at the grocery store checkout line, alongside all the tabloids and everything. That's referenced in my notes, show notes at runningfever.com/232. So here's the first one. Keep cognitively fit. Stimulate your mind by reading or doing Sudoku or crosswords or jigsaw puzzles, even playing games. These types of activities stimulate growth of new neurons and connections. This is kind of like building roads and bridges in your noggin. More ways for information to move around in your brain. How big of an advantage would that be? I mean, you could potentially become an evil genius. Or a benevolent one, I guess. Eat a healthy diet. A healthy diet can decrease your risk of getting dementia. That's a fact. Fish, fresh vegetables and fruit, whole grains, nuts, and legumes. Remember the bean episode? It was awesome, trust me. Number 124. And if you're listening and you want to start a health-related podcast, do it on beans. I'm pretty sure there ain't one yet, and there's plenty of material on beans. Anyway, you should probably listen to every episode of Running a Fever just to be sure. Exercise. Even if you already have a cognitive impairment, exercise can help reduce the effects. Now, I'm still exercising, even though I'm in the studio today, and I'm doing a couple of things that actually are good for me, and that I go out and walk, and I also, that's pretty much about the only time I see my friends is when I walk with them, because we want to be outside, we want to be socially distanced, all that kind of thing. So I'm trying to be safe. And because of that, When I'm walking with my friends, I wear a mask. And when I wear a mask, it's kind of hard to record. I would give you a really muffled sound if I was doing that. So I am still exercising, and even if you already have cognitive impairment, if you already have dementia, exercise can help reduce the effects. Isn't that amazing? If you already have dementia, and all these, sites that start out with, unfortunately, there's just nothing to be done, that's not true. Not true. Don't believe it. Even if you already have cognitive impairment, exercise can help reduce the effects. 30 minutes of vigorous exercise, 3 more times a week. But every little bit helps. If you're doing nothing right now, just getting up and walking around throughout the day can help. So start slow, like I like to do, and keep building. Now, I've often talked about the benefits of just going to the doctor when you need to, checking in with your doctor, getting an annual physical, etc. And a doctor can help you manage cardiovascular risk factors, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, the buildup of fats in your artery walls, obesity. What's good for your heart is good for your brain. Get these numbers in your annual physical and take steps to manage them. Quit smoking. Well, that's good for your lungs, but smoking causes your blood vessels to narrow, thus raising blood pressure. So quitting is a big step in reducing risk of dementia, because high blood pressure is a risk factor. Be social. I was just talking about walking with my friends, even though we're in this terrible, COVID-19 quarantine life right now. Connect with other people through a church, a hobby, a club, classes. Find people whose interests you share and spend time with them. This can keep you mentally healthy. Sleep. I had a whole episode on sleep, and I didn't make a note of the number. So go find that episode. Did I have an episode on sleep? Probably do. I've now done almost 250 episodes, so some of this kind of slips my mind, but I usually look and see. But I don't recall, but there probably is one. Definitely, I've mentioned it a lot of times. 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night is recommended for most people. Definitely get screened for a sleep disorder if you snore or have trouble sleeping. I've been using a CPAP machine for at least 8 years, probably like 10 years, probably 10 years. Yeah. So, and definitely that makes a big difference. So take it seriously. Take it seriously. Get your vitamins. So insufficient levels of vitamins like vitamin D, B6, B12, and folate may increase dementia risk. Now, I told you in the episode on my annual physical that I have a vitamin D deficiency, and that's one of the things that I'm doing now. I went to my doctor. I found this out. Now I'm taking more vitamin D, and I'm reducing my risk of dementia just by getting those vitamins. Now, it's generally considered best to get these through foods as opposed to supplements, but in any event, you want to get enough. You can get tested for vitamin levels like I did for vitamin D during your annual physical. Cost you a few extra bucks, but I mean, isn't it worth it? How serious is dementia? And it's not the only thing that vitamin levels affect. So, find out, take action. So, I threw a bunch of stuff at you today, and it was really a mixed bag, but be of good cheer. There's more to come. There are another 6 episodes going into more detail in these various ways to keep your brain healthy for a long time. In the next 2 episodes, we're going to learn even more about how the brain works, especially memory, and how aging affects the brain. Then the last 6 episodes are all about the steps we need to take to prevent cognitive decline, to win that battle before it's even fought. I'm looking forward to learning all that and putting it into action. Till then, If you got the fever, keep it. If you don't have it, catch the fever. RunningAfever.com. Talk to you next time.